into the very beginning stages of a project, which is installing dependencies and importing libraries. Start by importing our libraries. This will give us the tools we need to start working with our data. Is imported, the next step is to load our dataset. Depending on your dataset format, you might use different methods to load it. For example, if you have a CSV file, you can use .read CSV with the file name in brackets. Now, you can if the file is in your local PC. Now, let's say the name is train.csv and you are not that you are does not have train.csv in it, and is slash dot dot to go two steps back in order to find your train.csv dataset direct from GitHub or from Hugging Face by just using pd.read CSV. But in this case, you put the URL in the bracket, which is the link to the dataset that you'll be using. So this is just a simple example of how that works. Let's test it out and see. All right, let's have a look at that. Read from a GitHub link. You can also put a Hugging Face link here as well, or for web dataset is too big. For example, limited cloud space. So there are some data sets that are too big, some files that are too big to upload to GitHub, or is maybe you just want to keep your data set private and you don't want anybody to have access to it. What you can do, your data set in Google Drive and load your data set directly from Google Drive. Is to mount the drive. So what this does is it connects the Google Drive to our Jupyter notebook. Just follow the steps. Continue. Check if our Google Drive is mounted. How do we do that? Go to files here, and you can see here that our drive is already mounted. So what we need to do now, okay, we have an error that says that no such file or directory. So how do we get the file path? The file path is the path to the file in Google Drive. So how do we get the file path? We go here and where locate the file that you want to load from Google Drive, which is this one right here. What we do is right click on it and copy path. So that is the file path that we'll be using. So let's try this again. So what this line does is that it unzips that zip file using the file path, and then we can use the file path to get our fake news and our real news dataset. So let's check if that worked. Dot head. Yeah, and you can see that it worked. So if you want to load your dataset directly from Google Drive, now you know how to do it. Installations and importations should be done in one place. That will help to keep your work organized. You have it. We've successfully imported our libraries and loaded our dataset. We're ready to start exploring our data and building machine learning models. Watching, I hope this helps.